You good, bro? What's wrong?
Bro, my balance is negative $1 billion.
What do you mean?
FTX, bro, my account. It says I'm negative $1 billion.
Oh, shit.
I have no money.
Damn. Roll the intro.
Action.
Welcome back, guys, to the J2J podcast with your boy, Jose.
Yeah, Jose.
Welcome back, guys. It's been a while, but we're back. Happy late.
Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir. We got a lot to talk about.
There's a lot of things have happened.
Yeah.
First thing off the bat is I think I want to talk about the FTX thing.
Yeah.
What's going on with crypto today? Today, BlockFi went bankrupt too. Valued at 4.2 billion. I think I'm not accurate with none of this, but I think FTX was 32 billion
Sheesh.
valuation. Third biggest crypto exchange. You know the usuals like Coinbase, Webull. FTX was like a good third, but FTX was there for what? Like one of the top ones. Steph Curry, Tom Brady, all that was with them. But it's crazy to think about because if you are young, you're most likely looking at to diversify your portfolios and invest in different things and coins and
Yeah.
tokens and stuff like that. Me personally, I'm not into that. Are you?
No,
Not
but
really.
let's talk about this guy, FBF.
SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried.
What a piece of shit.
It was a crazy time. Ever since, like, to put it into perspective, think about the 32 point something $billion company, and it did not have an HR. It didn't have a board of directors. It did not have a board at all. It had the shareholders did not have a voice. No one had a voice. The people who were running the whole thing was basically like a group of people in the Bahamas. Like, not even people, young adults, like young people, like, people wearing sandals and stuff like that, trying to be the next Mark Zuckerberg or something,
Having orgies and to get together. That's just the things behind this is all crazy.
There's a lot of things. I don't think anything's been like on the news or anything like that. There's just things that rumors and stuff like that from people who used to work for FTX.
Oh yeah, they've been leaking a lot of
supposedly
shit they've been doing.
Supposedly the CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF. He was rude. Never listened to the customer. I mean, not just the customers, but never listened to the employees. He didn't care what anyone said. There were some employees that if they said something, they would just get fired. A lot of them were, I think, working from home, or it was just a whole shitty situation.
So what I heard first about it is that at first he told everyone that it's gonna be like a free place to keep your Bitcoin or whatever, right? To keep your money exchange, whatever, right? And then I've heard that he was supposedly we're not gonna touch the money. Why let tax get involved? Blah blah blah. And then I heard he started getting the money that was put into it. He started using it. Am I correct me if I'm wrong?
Yeah. So, when it's basically a crypto exchange, so you go there, you put your real money in there, and in exchange you get crypto, you get tokens. So whatever you want to go, Shiba, Doge, whatever you want to do. But the thing is, by law, he cannot use your money for other things without your consent. And basically, what he did is use people's money. I don't know the exact amount, but he used a lot of people's money without their consent overnight. Uses that money to fund another project or company, and it all went downhill. People got scared. Word started spreading. He would actually tweet. He would tweet to his supporters, do not worry.
We're just
moving wallets, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And if you're new to crypto is unregulated. So if you lose crypto overnight, no one's gonna save you. It's not like stocks. You lose money in stocks, you can actually file a lawsuit towards that, and you could get money. Compensation for it, whatever. In crypto, you can't do that. In crypto, you could lose your money overnight by hackers, whatever.
It basically just doesn't exist.
And usually and that's why crypto exchanges exist, because so you could have your crypto safe. You feel like it's like you go on Coinbase,
Right.
You feel safer. You feel like your money's going somewhere trustworthy, But he basically started messing with people's money. People started withdrawing. Everyone started withdrawing their money the moment they started getting scared about it.
In a matter of overnight.
And overnight, the company fell and the company went bankrupt. Because it's like a bank. If everyone started to withdraw their money on the same day at a bank, eventually the well's going to run dry. and then there's no more money to fund anything else,
Yeah.
to even keep the lights on. You know what I mean? Because you need deposits. Banks use deposits. You know.
Mhm.
And also, what's even crazier is what he would do is he would give people FTT token, which is FTX's own
Yeah.
crypto. You know what I mean? And basically, he was making currency out of thin air. You know what I mean? It's like me telling you, "Oh, here, I'm gonna give you a G2J coin. Give me your money." You know what I mean? Yeah, no, yeah, it was crazy. The worst part is that no, it was well, first off, crypto's unregulated, but second off, there was no board. There was no one telling him like, "Yo, this is not the right thing to do. Yo, this, yo, that. Like, you gotta do this way." He wasn't listening to nobody, and now we're here. They're bankrupt. The BlockFi went bankrupt today. And basically, a lot of people are scared. People are pulling money out of the crypto markets. People are just,
It's messy.
they don't want to lose their money. You know what I mean? And I bet you that right now, oh, and all of nowhere, $16 billion disappeared in thin air.
Yeah, that's the part of that.
They cannot find $16 billion. If you put your money into FTX and you had your money in there, that could have been your money. You know what I mean? That's out there. Disappeared. No trace or anything. They're under investigation right now, and they've already found out that the employees would delete and get rid of customer documents.
Mm,
Like they would burn delete files, everything.
it's bad. All bad.
So the FBI is investigating. There's a lot of weird things going on, stuff like that. But basically, if you have your money in crypto, you know the rule.
Just
Put what you're willing to lose. Don't put all your money into crypto because it's unregulated. And if you don't know what unregulated means, it just means that you could lose it, and there's no one to save you from that. You know what I mean? And I bet throughout this whole craziness that's going on, I bet some hackers made some good money off everything.
oh yeah,
Because that's the thing about crypto. There's a lot of hackers out there. There's stories of people losing their whole Bitcoin wallet overnight because they got hacked.
So another thing, speaking about Bitcoin, right? Like, would you ever invest into Bitcoin?
Now, me personally, no.
No. Or any crypto at all?
No, if I made a lot, like if I had a lot of money, wait, to the point like I had like money laying around for no reason, then yes. Because like if you have extra money, then yeah. But right now, our age, every dollar has to be accounted for.
Mm.
You don't really want to put a couple $100 or something into that because that's high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
But right now, like the risk, you know,
Yeah.
overweights the reward.
So yeah, because so I heard, like, I was listening to this on podcast. I heard that some people have made Bitcoin accounts or whatever, right? Or the
Mhm.
wallet, right?
Mhm.
And you know how some people just forget their password.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know, there's a lot of people that, because Bitcoin's been around since forever now.
Mhm. For a while.
Yeah, and I remember there's a story where like this guy, he invested into Bitcoin a long time ago. Like he had the actual coin,
Mhm.
because there's an actual physical coin,
Mhm.
and then you put it into the account or something, and then eventually, once it started blowing up, he lost the password to the account.
Mhm.
And the thing about the Bitcoin or something like that, I heard that supposedly they don't have, like, how Google has the safe password or something,
Uh-huh.
or recover your password.
Uh-huh.
They don't have that.
They don't have that. I mean, it's crazy. I'm not really too knowledgeable when it comes to crypto or mining or anything like that.
Oh yeah, that is
I
so
think
much stuff.
I
About it.
think all those things are just things that are so new and there's no regulation.
Mhm.
So I mean, if you don't have like a boatload of money to just throw into something, then don't do it. That's just how I think of it.
So it's just weird because it's just someone just decided, oh, let me create this currency and hopefully this is going to be the future. Let me just tell people, hey, if you invest into this, you have money later in the future or
Because
something.
essentially, it's supply and demand.
Yeah.
There's a finite amount of a certain currency, like let's say Bitcoin or Doge or something, and then there's so many people that want it. If everyone's willing to pay it at this one price, it's gonna be at that price. So if everyone's willing to pay a shitload for one Bitcoin, then that's the price of the Bitcoin. But right now, where everyone's scared and everyone's not really into crypto and the demand's low because everyone's scared to lose their money, so them prices are down. Like I don't know the percentages exactly, but
Yeah.
crypto, you've heard it everywhere. Crypto is down bad, and I've never invested in it, never looked into it, none of that. NFTs is cool, I guess, but I'm not into that either.
Mm-hmm.
Just think all that stuff is a gamble. It's
Yeah.
just a slot machine, I feel like.
Even just in general it could. same with the stocks and stuff.
Mhm.
It's always a gamble as well, because, like you said, you have to use that rule. Use the money that you won't use
Mhm.
or whatever, or lose what you can't afford to lose or whatever, right? At the end of the day, yeah, FTX down bad.
Not bad. Everyone stay safe out there if you're investing.
Do
You
your
know,
research.
do your research. Always do the right things. You know, put if you have a lot of money set aside, think about putting it into a savings account.
Mhm.
Don't put your money into a normal bank. If you have U.S. Bank or Wells Fargo or First National, whatever, small bank, local bank, or big bank, whatever they want to call it, don't put your money into those savings accounts. The interest is super low.
Mhm.
They don't pay you enough. Take it to an online bank because online banks pay a lot more. You know what I mean? I think the national average, I saw that the national average for a bank savings account is 0.62% interest. Like, that's like nothing.
Yeah.
That's like a very little bit of money you make a month. Like, they pay a month, I think.
Mhm.
And you go to like an online bank. Like, I heard that Chase savings account online savings account pays like 3.5%. You know what I mean? There's a difference.
Yeah, huge
You know what I
difference.
mean? So if you have money laying around and you have nothing to do with it, maybe put it into something that has compound interest or put it into stocks because right now, like Warren Buffett would say, everything's half off.
Mhm.
It's the recession.
Yeah.
So that's the real Black Friday we should be thinking about.
Black Friday. You get anything from Black Friday?
Well, nothing crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't really interested in this year. I feel like each year, I feel like Black Friday is all the time now, every weekend.
No,
Usually stores have like a lot of sales.
a lot of stores this year only had like 30% off.
That's what I see a lot now. But that's normal now at this point. Like every day I go to Target, 30% this off, 30% off of this. Yeah, but
But that's just because stores have so much supply, and not enough demand. Like not enough people are buying stuff.
yeah,
It's proven. You know what I mean?
but
We'll see what these next few months hold in for the economy, like, or for everything. Right now, I guess everything's a little bit shaky because of what just happened. All these crypto people falling,
yeah.
and then right now in China they're having COVID protests and stuff like that. I haven't read into that, but I guess that's affecting the markets or something like that right now.
Mm.
But just in general, recession stuff like that. Just normal stuff. People going bankrupt. It's normal. You know.
You hear? I know we're a little late to the party now, but shit, I kind of want to talk about it. You hear about Elon stuff? Now he's the head of Twitter or whatever,
He's firing people.
left and right.
People are leaving themselves. He brought a sink to work, and he was like, "What? Let that sink in," or something like that.
He essentially everyone's saying that he's ruining Twitter. And I heard so he wanted to do that concept of now you have to pay for your verification.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard that he barely made a certain amount of money. Like he barely made 10 million or some shit like
Well,
that.
it's because people, if it was free before, it's kind of
What?
hard to have people pay for it now.
Yeah.
Instagram gives it. Instagram doesn't charge.
It's just you gotta have a certain amount of followers and then you get verified.
The thing about firing people,
Uh-huh.
it's crazy because I feel like the media likes to make it think like, oh, he's firing people. They're soon not gonna have any workers, blah blah. But let's be real. I feel like there's some Twitter employees that have been at Twitter since forever,
Mm-hmm.
and they just have a connection to Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he's just doing this to just basically weed out the weak, like the weak people. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And because everyone's doing layoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's just doing it differently.
And
That's
because
what
he's,
I think is happening.
because, yeah, layoffs are happening.
Uh-huh.
It's just a matter of fact that it's Elon and it's Twitter. So it sounds bigger.
So everyone's
More,
thinking
everyone
like, oh
knows.
yeah, Twitter's going down under. But I think that he's doing it on purpose.
Mhm.
I think he's laying off people slash firing. It's the same shit.
He brought someone back, though.
He's doing it.
He brought Donald Trump back.
And he brought back Andrew Tate and he brought back other people. I don't know. Everyone who was banned basically is
Basically, now
back.
Twitter is back on there.
I'm not on Twitter, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
But
and it's crazy because now Donald Trump, he what do you say? He's running for 2024, right?
mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's crazy.
Did
So
you bring back Kanye?
Kanye's been on there, I think. No, I don't even know. Anyways, oh yeah, Kanye too.
I don't
know
even
what to
know.
think about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something more exciting, more something we care about. You know what time of year? It's a weird time of year, but the World Cup is finally here.
World Cup.
We're a little week late, but hey.
Yeah, we had to take in the information. We had to take in the games real quick.
Right after that first week, what were your impressions of the World Cup?
The game was it's going cool. a lot of upsets, but I feel like that upsets are over now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
No,
just think
it's
I just
settling
think
down.
the upsets started because the teams were rusty.
Mhm.
But now I think the upsets are over. Because like for example, Japan beat Spain. No, Japan beat Germany. Sorry,
Yeah.
but yesterday Germany and Spain tied and Japan lost.
Mhm.
So
Costa Rica, which
so
Costa Rica
which got smacked by Spain
Spain.
7-0. So what I'm thinking is happening is well, Germany played a great game. They could have won.
Mhm.
Spain played a great game too. Both it's just classic two former World Cup winners going
Yeah.
against. Amazing game.
And first week, like first game off the bat, Qatar, the host,
Out.
out already in just 2 games. Qatar is such a horrible team.
Yeah, they play really bad. But it is what it is. They're the first host nation to not win any game. You know what I mean? But even South Africa would, you know what I mean? But they were good that year though.
They tied their first game. At least they tied, right?
Yeah, not like lose. But USA England 0-0.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Proud for the USA. They played an amazing game. USA could have won, but Harry Maguire had an amazing performance.
What is it said? It's called soccer, not football.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. It's football, but
U.S. fans.
USA, proud, amazing team.
That was
I go for USA when it comes to USA or England. I go for USA just because USA is the underdog.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was a great game.
Played good.
It was a great game. Argentina beat Mexico.
Yeah. But
Messi
let's
the
talk
goal.
about a week before. Biggest upset of the World Cup, maybe, even though they bounced back. Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia.
I don't know. That was just one of those games where the other team's not as good. They defend really good, and it's just hard for you to score. And then they get two good goals. Second goal was a banger, and it leaves you stunned when they score a banger. It just leaves you stunned.
Yeah, because as soon as they scored that second goal, they brought the boss.
Yeah, well, that's what a lot of teams are doing, but it gets the job done. Japan. I give props to Japan beating Germany because they played an amazing game and they were attacking with 5 attackers.
Yeah.
They were not parking the bus. They had 5 attackers pushing
They
for
were
the
pushing
goals.
for more goals.
You know what I mean? It sucks that they lost to Costa Rica because now there's a chance that they're gonna be out. You know what I mean? And they're a good team. Um, there's a big chance. I mean, Spain's gonna go through regardless, but there's a big chance that Germany's gonna go with them too through. So it sucks. But other than that, Ecuador beast team. What a
Valencia.
team!
Valencia's a beast.
What a
Yes.
team!
He already has, what, 3 goals now?
Yeah.
3 goals in the World Cup. Such a good player.
What a team! What a team! I like watching Ecuador play, but it's a good World Cup so far. Oh, France, amazing! France is just France.
First team to win, go through
First team to go through to the knockout stages.
since.
But France is beast. Like France is,
Yeah.
they got a good team. They have good depth. They have it all. Even though they don't have Pogba, they don't have Conte, they don't have Benzema, they don't have like
They're,
prime players, good players. The star players. I mean,
Mbappe is a beast.
Griezmann is a beast. Griezmann is a monster. Griezmann is the reason why they do so good. You know what I mean? He deserves so much from everything. I'm thinking that it's gonna be France.
Again?
If they can keep going, they really can because no other team kind of gives me the feeling. Every other team is good,
Because,
but they have their weaknesses.
yeah.
France obviously has their weaknesses, but France makes up for it somehow, some way. They just do.
Because first week, obviously you could tell, like, oh, England's definitely winning.
Yeah, you thought England.
Spain is definitely winning it. France was already looking good.
France is.
This second week, the second game, that's when they showed their true colors.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's up. France is the only team that's unbeaten.
Yeah, France looks amazing. So, I think, but even though if you ask like what team I'm rooting for like Argentina, Messi, but more to Spain. I like watching. I like how Spain plays
Yeah,
football,
definitely.
and that's just what I love to watch. And I hope Spain can win it, but we'll have to see. They just have to stay consistent, and
Definitely.
because they're going through regardless, so they just have to stay consistent. And they have a beast team, and they could easily win the whole thing too. So it's gonna be an interesting World Cup.
What about Brazil? What do
Well,
you
yeah,
think about
Brazil's really good. But it's just I don't know. I feel like a lot of people be hating on Neymar.
that?
I don't know why they hate on Neymar because even though Neymar he like gets the ball and he gets hurt, or not hurt, but he tries to hold up the play and doesn't really pass. Like he tries to make something. It's in some way. So a lot of people say it's not efficient. They hate on him for it. The own Brazilian people, even Brazilian legends, they don't want him to play. But honestly, they're such a different team without Neymar. Like I think Neymar is almost needed. Neymar is Brazil. Like you just, even though he's gonna get kicked and thrown up in the air, he attracts multiple players, which means they open spaces for other players. You know what I mean? So I think that it's sad. He's injured right now.
Yeah.
We won't see him until
Looks
knockout
bad.
stages, but Brazil's beast. But it's just they haven't really gone up against a powerhouse yet. I don't think so. They played they played Serbia, and right now they're playing who? They're playing Switzerland. Yeah, those are good teams. Those are good teams. Don't get me wrong, but we'll see once they start going up against France, those type of teams, and then we'll see how they do.
So far, do you think there's a contender for the game of the year for the World Cup?
I don't know. Not yet. Not yet.
Maybe after round 16s.
Some people say that. I mean, definitely a memorable game. Memorable game will be Messi versus Mexico.
Yeah.
Messi versus Mexico.
Yeah.
Not Argentina versus Mexico. Messi versus Mexico. Why? Because Messi got a goal and assist, and Messi's a game changer. You know what I mean? If you watch the game, you could tell that Argentina was struggling the whole game until Messi happened. You just can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
That would definitely go down as like a memorable game, especially if Argentina wins the World Cup. People will always look back to that game because that was go big or go home. You know what I mean? So and Mexico was a tough team. They were defending really good. They were giving trouble to Argentina,
Yeah.
And in some people were getting like desesperado, like the Argentine people.
And to think that Mexico tied with who was their first game?
Mexico
Poland, right?
they tied 0-0. But
And Memo came up and saved them.
Yeah, there was nothing he could do about Messi's strike. You know what I mean? Nothing at all.
He got stunned. Bad. Overall, I think the World Cup's really weird because just it looks like a lot of the underground teams they're looking good here and there.
They're looking good here and there, but what sucks is I don't think they're going through.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? That's the thing about tournaments. You have 3 games. The underdog can win the first game. Woo woo, congrats.
And get eliminated.
But they have to win the next 2 games. So let me put this in this perspective. You're an underdog. We're an underdog team. We play the top team in our group. We beat them. We beat them barely by 1 goal. And all of a sudden we think we're indestructible. Next game we're so damn tired because we put our whole body and soul to beating Argentina or something. We lose. And after that, we're sad or
now you gotta win next game.
And then next game we lose again.
Yeah.
That's the thing about the tournament. Yeah. There's a reason why this happens. It's like in the Nations League or in the Euros or not the Euros, the Nations League. Nations League. So France did horrible. Portugal did horrible. They barely qualified. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. People like to say, "Oh, those teams they lost all these games and stuff like that," but people don't understand that in those games, these national teams they try different stuff out so they can be ready for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Obviously, Portugal played with fire. I don't know what the heck happened, but they barely qualified. But it's just crazy because the big teams, they're not just gonna lose. You know what I mean? And if anything, their players are experienced and they're good, that they know how to bounce back.
Yeah.
Like Argentina.
Easily.
You know what I mean? Maybe it's not easy for them, but they still somehow make it happen because they got those type of players. The underdog team, unfortunately, they don't. Hard work can only go so far. Yeah, and football, you need experience and stuff. But
it's called soccer.
Football.
Overall, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I think it's a good place to stop. And we'll keep catching up with soccer and
with the World Cup and anything that's going on. And hope you guys enjoyed the episode.
Like and subscribe, share it to your friends, leave some comments below. Thank you for listening or watching or anything. Signing off.